Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's cooled down here in Florida. I know it's a lot colder up home. Everybody's telling me in Pennsylvania it's like in the teens and 20s. Sorry for you guys. I do miss the cold sometimes, but that's what I've been used to all my life. So down here in Florida, my blood is thinned out, as they say, and we are in the 40s and 50s at night, and you know, it gets in the 60s and 70s during the day, but it's definitely a lot more humid than up home, so the colder is just a little bit more chiller to the bone. So anyway, so today I am going to make a hometown favorite, chicken corn noodle soup. They don't make that down here, and I can't find Cope's corn anywhere down here, or any shoe peg corn, so I got to just use the corn that they have. So come along with me, we'll get this recipe started. This is a quick and easy one. Couple hours, you'll be ready to go. Alrighty, so in today's recipe we have the chicken. Again, this is the only corn that I could get down here. I'm hoping it's tender and sweet enough for that. Obviously some celery, onion. Got my egg noodles here. And we're going to pot. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get the chicken in the water, get it boiling. I'm going to add some better than bouillon to kick up that flavor of that chicken a little bit. I love that in all my soups. I use better than bouillon in almost all my soups. So we're going to boil this chicken down so we can chop it later. And then I got some eggs back there that I'm going to hard boil so we can chop up some egg in it as well. So let me get this chicken started. All right, so we're gonna have a pot here. We're gonna fill this 2/3 of the way full with some water here. And then I'm gonna get that chicken right there. And we're gonna chop it down. That's boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Now it does have some fat on it. I'm being, well, I shouldn't say lazy, but I went to the store and they didn't have really a lot to pick from over the Christmas holidays. So, I'd always like thighs better for the taste. A lot of people use the breast meat. It's a combination of both. So what I did was I got a thing of the chicken thighs there, and then I have boneless skinless chicken breast tenderloins right here that I'm going to cut up as well to put in there. So I have the white and the dark meat sort of mixed together. Okay. There's that. Let me turn the light on here. So I'm going to take this chicken right here, and we're going to get this out of here, and we're going to chop this up into chunks so I can get it cooked faster and easier to chop later. So we're just going to make like 1-inch chunks, 1.5-inch chunks here. Then we're going to take this whole pack. I'm going to put this whole pack of chicken in here, and this is 2.5 pounds. I want the skin and everything in there because I want all that fat to break down, give it a really good flavor. Oop. And we're going to just chop all this up, and then I will also cut up those chicken tenderloins, and we're going to get that in there boiling. Alrighty. As you can see there, we got all the chicken cut up, and we're going to turn this up on high, get her boiling. And what I'm going to do a while is I'm going to add some of this buttery steakhouse seasoning. This gives a little bit of buttery, kind of little bit of spicy chicken flavor taste. So you get the butter, and it's got some red pepper flake in it. So we're going to put about 2 tablespoons in there or so, and then I'm going to get a tablespoon of better than bouillon chicken here. This is what we're going to use, better than bouillon chicken, and I just have enough for 1 tablespoon, so that's what I need. Get that in there. He wants to hang on to the spoon here. Get the last couple little morsels out, because this stuff is a little expensive, but it's well worth it. Better than any powder or anything you can use that I found. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let this boil, and while this is boiling, I'm going to chop up my celery and hard boil some eggs. And then when we're ready to take the chicken out and start chopping the chicken, we will be ready to add everything else in. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you how I do this. So I get the water boiling first, and I slowly put the eggs in that I'm going to hard boil. Just gently drop them in there. And I'm going to set the timer for 13 minutes. And then at 13 minutes, we're going to take them right off of there, and we're going to stick them in an ice bath. I didn't put no baking soda or salt or any of that kind of stuff in the water with it boiling, just straight like that. Alright, now that our eggs are done, we're going to shut that off, kill the burner. Now, we're going to take these eggs here, and we're going to put them in a cold bath, right there. And that one there cracked open, but that's okay. Whoop. Just drop them right in there. Alright, we're going to put them down in that ice water there for 5 minutes. We're going to let them sit for 5 minutes. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to get them out of their shells. Alright, it's now 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of water, put it in here. I'll grab an egg, put the lid on here, and just give it a little shake. And comes right out of its shell. This one here was the one that was broke, so just got to take that one the way it is. Grab another one here, dump that shell out, put a little bit of water in there. I usually use a bigger canning jar, but just got this one for now. Again, like that. Just comes right out of the shell. These are quite easy to do this way. You don't want to do it too long, because what you'll do is you'll break the egg apart inside the jar there, because it's flying around inside. So you're just getting enough that it just cracks apart, and the water, the little bit of water that's in there, gets underneath the shell. Easy peasy. Look at that. Just comes right clean. And they took like 15-20 seconds to do them 4 eggs. Alrighty. It's been just at an hour for the chicken to be boiling. As you can see there in the pot, we got some good color, some good stock out of that chicken. So it boiled down just a little bit. So I'm going to add like a pint of water here, just to bring the level back up some. That should be good. And then I'm going to put it on low. So you can start to simmer again. About medium high, I'm sorry. And we're going to put in here, so I have chopped celery. This is 2 whole stalks. And a 1/3 of a cup of dehydrated onion. I don't use the real onions. So we're going to dump that right in there. Get that cooking. And then we're going to take our corn, our bags of corn here, and they're starting to thaw a little bit. That's why they're dripping water everywhere. We're going to dump them in a while. I have 2 bags here. These are 14.5 ounces. It's a shame, they used to sell them in 1-pound bags, and they just make everything just a little bit smaller, so you have to buy more. We're going to put that in there. Okay. We're going to give it this nice little stir. And again, we're going to let this come up to a gentle boil. And then while that's boiling, I'm going to get my KitchenAid and we're going to shred up the chicken. Alrighty. So my daughter's the one that showed me this trick. I didn't believe her until I tried it. So we put the chicken in there. Put the paddle on there. lock her down, and we turn her on 1. And once she starts to grind it down, you can see inside there, she's starting to shred that apart. We're going to turn it up on 2. Does all the work for you. So once you get it shredded down to the consistency you want, just shut her off and take her out. Actually, pretty good, I believe. Took longer to get it out than it did to shred it. Alrighty. You can see there the shredded consistency. Now, I've made a lot of this that I'm going to make for another recipe. I don't need a lot in the soup. So, I'm going to take about 2 cups of shredded chicken here. And we're going to dump it in here with the broth. Do it gentle so I don't spill it everywhere. Okay. Now I took that and poured that in there. Man, that looks so good so far. And the reason I wanted this a little bit more broth in there, when we add the noodles will draw that water down, and I didn't want it to be too dry and all noodles and no broth. So everybody likes to put crackers or anything with it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this come up to a gentle boil. And now when it comes up to a gentle boil, we'll let it go for like 10-15 minutes. And then we're going to chop up the egg, drop the egg in, and then put the noodles in. And she'll be ready to eat. What I'm going to do at this point though, I'm going to add some black pepper. Now this looks like it may be coming out fast, but as you can see, it's not really coming out as fast as I like it to, but that's okay. I got it on the finest grind. I don't like really big chunks of pepper. It sounded like it got, oh, there it got held up. All right. And I'm going to just give it just a little bit of salt for now. And then when it's ready to eat, you can actually put on your own preference. I don't usually put a lot of salt and pepper in my soups. For somebody who doesn't want it that way, they can make it themselves. You can always add, it's hard to take away. Alrighty. Man, does that look good or what? We're going to let that go now. Come up to a slight boil, and then we'll come back later. Alrighty. We can see there that this is all the celery has started to sink down to the bottom. It's not floating anymore. It's getting translucent, which is good. So we are very close here to serving. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this chopped egg, and we're going to pour the egg in there. Without trying to make too much of a mess. Again, we're getting close to the top here, but that's okay. Then we're going to take half of this bag of these egg noodles. This is a 12-ounce bag. I'm going to take approximately half of it and dump it right on in there. Now you can add more if you want. I only go with a half. And see that there? Put it close to the top, but like I said, the noodles will absorb a little bit. And let me just put a little bit more in there. Don't need quite the whole bag, but I don't want it too thick either. It's just all noodles and corn. I want some broth with it. Okay. We're going to turn this down to simmer. We're going to let it cook for another 15-20 minutes. And then we're ready to eat. Man, does that look good or what? We got some really cold days coming up here in Florida. This weekend coming up is supposed to be only a high of like 50. So I'll be chomping down on some of this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.